Today is Friday, so I am going to talk about a firearm today, and today's example is an Indian-made No1 Mark III. It is pretty much an exact copy of the British No1 Mark III SMLE, or Short Model Lee Enfield, or no, Short Magazine Lee Enfield, just a different design from earlier ones. The original British design was adopted in 1904, and they started producing these in 1909 in the Ishapore factory in India, which I believe is north of Calcutta. This particular model was made in 1945, and they produced these originally on British equipment, British design, so everything was pretty much identical. They were produced under supervision as well. They mostly interchange all the parts. These were in the original chamber of the 303 British cartridge, and they were loaded into a 10-round detachable magazine, and you could insert a loaded magazine, or you could also use stripper clips, and there's a cutout in the top of the receiver, so you didn't have to take the magazine out. They are bolt action, British design cock on closing. Your safety lever is right there on the side. They were removed by pulling these back, and you flip this lever up and it comes out, and to reinsert it you just push it back down and you're back in, so that you could service your bolt. You could change the headspace. They had a ladder rear sight. It's adjustable for elevation, and the front sight, it's a blade in there. You can adjust for windage. It's all wood. These were produced there from 1909 until the 1960s, and then they were redesigned to chamber the 7.62 NATO cartridge. The original 303 ball is a Mark 7, and it had 2,450 feet per second at the muzzle. They produced during World War II like 600,000 of these, so they produced quite a few. There's still quite a few of them around. They were supplied to their militaries and police units. A lot of them are still in use in some constable units and some parade functions and such. Some militaries still actually have these in their arsenals. The butt plate is brass, and it has a provision for cleaning kit. Your magazine releases directly in front of your trigger. They use these throughout World War II. It was the primary rifle of the Indian Armed Forces, and yeah, they're a neat little rifle. A lot of them you'll find they're rendered unserviceable. They'll have a hole drilled in the chamber, and all the parts will be marked DP for drill purpose. Usually these were done to rifles that were pretty worn out, so they marked all the parts so you wouldn't try to fire them. Some of them were bored out and actually turned into 410 shotguns. They had a solid brass shot shell. Others you'll find they'll have wire wrap, usually copper, that is wrapped so that they could fire grenades. A lot of them, if you take them apart, they'll still have like this white paint on them. That was made to protect the metal, to keep it dry. They're wood. A lot of these are used in some pretty jungly, wet areas, and that's not very good for steel resting inside of wood. So that was a protectant. The bayonet lug is built onto the metal nose cap unit. The old No1 MK3s had a fairly flush barrel, and that was redesigned in later models that the British used. They are 45.5 inches long, and they're just under 10 pounds unloaded. So it's a fairly heavy rifle, but that's kind of good for recoil. So anyway, that's what we have there. Just a short video to go over the basics. You can still find these fairly easily, but most of the Ishapore models you'll find now are the later 2A1, I believe, which are the 7.62 NATO versions. So 303 models are a little more rare. Anyway, that's what I had for you. Hope you all have a great weekend, safe weekend. Be kind, help make the world a better place, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.